Alright, y'all. This video is about to be of me doing some designs of different haircuts. Stay tuned. I got another video coming right after this one. Maybe a little Thanksgiving tribute video. I don't know. And at the end of this video, we also have our boy Jalil, one of the police officers in the community. He's talking to one of our clients. It's just a cool moment here at Crowd Pleasers Barbershop. Check out the barbers. Check out the barber sign. You know what I mean? Check out the waves. Check out Randy. Que lo que? Young Jesse in the back somewhere.
El okay, ya tú sabes. From the Crowd Pleasers.
Alright, y'all. Bruh, this is literally like the third time I'm recording the voiceover for this video. I don't know how dumb I must be, but for some reason, I keep deleting the file that has the audio. Josh, get it together, bro. Really, like, just get it together. But yeah, long story short, y'all seeing a compilation of a couple of the haircuts I've done, including this haircut. Did I mention how this haircut is a design onto a bald fade? Did I mention that I'm going to be using a detachable with the level 2 or 1.5 blade? Now, quite frankly, I believe I used the 1.5 toward the end of this, but I started out with 2 just to be careful. That's my main way of like cutting. But y'all let me know, do you really like the detachable clippers? And, you know, another question is, the people who are watching this video, are you barbers or interested in barbering? And if so, what interests you about barbering? You know, it could be the haircut. It could be the preparation. It could be the cleaning. It could be so many different factors of what it takes to be a barber that, you know, I'm kind of like in awe of the fact that people might even be sitting here watching this. You know, and as I come up with these other topics to yap about, I'm really like wondering what makes somebody sit and watch a haircut. So, quite frankly, I'll even start throwing in maybe some ASMR type stuff. I don't know. The shop I work in, we're pretty lively and we talk a lot and we have conversations that, you know, sometimes people on social media might not agree with, or they may have, you know, strong opinions, and I don't look to offend anybody with the content that I'm creating. But definitely I understand that there's a certain epidemic going on in our country and in America where, you know, freedom of speech isn't really free anymore. It's kind of like, you know, we have to walk on eggshells, you know. But here I am with the cyborg trimmer, setting in my guideline. Now, I personally, if you're first starting and you're beginning, I wouldn't set it in how I'm setting it in. Going trimmer down, like, bro, that's crazy work. But that's how I know my line gonna be sharp, you know. But yeah, so as cutting hair goes, you know, I was sick a couple of weeks ago, was out, and I'm just getting back in the groove. Today's actually Thanksgiving when I'm editing this video, so I don't know when this is coming out, but I just want y'all to know, like, a lot of the stuff that do be coming on this platform is like pre-recorded or older videos. So by the time you see some of my newest work, which if you want to see my day-to-day work, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Don's Creations, because on YouTube it's a lot of the stuff that I'm doing. Maybe like I think I did this haircut now, maybe a few weeks back, and I'm just editing it and getting it out the way. I have a couple videos that I'm working on right now. Like one specifically is talking about different types of tools and why I use each thing for each thing. Like look at this fade right here. This fade is blurry. Now there's definitely a couple clippers that I use in this haircut. One of the main ones being the Babyliss Low Pro. I use that typically just for the fading aspect. But when it comes to debulking and getting the hair to where I need it to be, I would use the detachable. Now, how do I use that when it comes to a fade? Good question if you possibly asked it. When it comes to a fade, how I use the detachable is I use the detachable as a way to set a clear place for me to fade into, right? So say I have the 2 blade on, which is the typical way I would do it. I would use my 2 blade and not go all the way up to the parietal, but just about above the occipital bone and in between the parietal. So you understand what I'm saying if you understand those terms. And as I would do that, that's what helps prepare me to actually know where I'm going to fade for my clipper over comb work and all this different other stuff. And it also makes the hair as even as possible, which is one of the biggest things I look forward to and I look into when it comes to cutting hair. is I want to make sure that everything is as easy and even as possible. Now, clearly, in this video, I'll go over that, and I'll also go over the different types of trimmers and why I use what for what, and what really pushes me to whatever point it is to make that purchase. You know, I think as barbers, we have to be very specific on what we get and what we use, because not every tool is catered to whatever you would like to do. Like, I personally just bought the High-Vis, and that was solely based off of two things. It sets very crisp lines, and it's good for, you know, doing designs. Now, some would even argue and say, well, the Coco is literally able to do that exact thing. And you are correct. The Coco is literally able to do everything I'm looking for and more. But the thing about the Coco is it doesn't set the same crisp line as those Wahl High-Vises. And I love the High-Vis. I've been using it for a few days now. I love that trimmer. It doesn't debulk like the Cocos, clearly. But when it comes to setting a nice sharp line, I trust them. And you know that the blade is just phenomenal. I don't know what the material of the blade is, but whatever they did it right. Now, going back into the design, I was going for like a freestyle design, and I thought about throwing like maybe a cross or something in there. But midway through, and this is the problem sometimes with doing designs, is when you second guess yourself, you kind of put yourself in a bad position. Because I was like, man, maybe I should throw this in kind of to where that curve is, or near where the curve is. And I was like, nah, just chill. You already doing too much. But the reality is it probably would look clean, you know? So next time as I'm doing designs, I'll probably try to think of a way to do something better. But now you see me hitting it with the enhancements. Personally, you don't need enhancements. You don't need the enhancement pin. You can leave the design how it is and, you know, use razor or do whatever you want to do. But I personally like to throw enhancements in just because it helps the design pop and stand out, even for that first couple of days. You know, and that's just what I'm looking for, is like, how can I make my client feel as good as possible when leaving the barbershop? That's like top tier desire, is make sure that everybody feels comfortable and happy with what they're getting, you know. And hopefully, you know, he was happy. I believe he was. I always do designs on him. We even had worked out a deal where, you know, I'm pretty much cutting his hair for free just so I could, you know, throw in a design and have content for you guys. So if you guys have any suggestions as far as things you think you would like to see, done as far as haircuts and different stuff goes, go ahead and comment them. You know, this is a great time to subscribe, like, and comment to this YouTube channel. I'm definitely going to be continuing to put out content, because I got to a point where I'm seeing that it's fairly simple, and I can also just make time out of my day to do it. So I'll just do it, you know? And that's the challenge, is continuing to be consistent and do the things that I believe would help grow everything that I'm doing. You know, I think personally I have a good set of skills as far as haircutting goes, and I think it's about time that I start showcasing that. But this is the haircut. I hope you guys enjoyed, and check out this video with Jalil.
My car right over there.
Is it hard?
Hard being a police officer? Depends on the day.
I got a question. It's pretty cool. So,
Hey, this is a kid's song, bro. Come on, man.
get out of here, man. Let the kids learn something. Down somewhere.
Everybody tell you.
No, nobody tries to. Now, people are definitely trying to.
Lil, talk to me.
They don't run away
I
from
just
me.
got a question.
Here,
My only
Maybe.
purpose.
You know,
what's the worst thing that's like what was the worst crime?
the worst crime, people putting hands on their mama. Yeah, it's terrible. People disrespecting their parents all the time. I hate dealing with those things. Yeah, because then, you know, you put hands on your parents, stuff like that. That's when I come in, I might have to put hands on them.
There, I just somebody.
Yeah. Sometimes